When we look at where we are today as a country, after 10 years of GLP government, they have been in office 14 of the last 18 years. And at the end of this period, they want to tell you to vote for them not on the basis of performance, but on the basis of promises. When we look at the economy, we are barely growing at all. To be what you call anemic growth. We're coming out of a recession in December, and we have 1% growth, 1% growth in the first quarter, and we have a Minister of Finance who celebrates that as strong growth. No wonder an economist who is not known to be a comrade had to comment on social media that this government is suffering from a lack of ambition, because 1% is nothing to boast about. Barbados, our Caribbean colleague, is looking at 4% growth this year. The rest of the Caribbean more than doubles our projected growth, triples in fact. So that is one. Productivity is down, per capita productivity, 21% lower than it was in 2007 when we left office in that election. 21%. That is why people are not earning more and making a better living. Net foreign direct investment is down. It is 1/3 of what we left it at in 2015-16. And a big part of that is that foreign investors can't take the corruption. They can't take the extortion where every minister wants to extract from them when they come here to discuss an investment. Our social services, starting with healthcare, is a disaster. We turn to the education system. Right now, half of the children coming out of primary school are not literate and numerate and not ready for high school. 80% of who is leaving high school don't have the 5 subjects with math and English that's considered a suitable high school graduate. Our cost of living is moving way ahead of salaries. 55% of Jamaicans cannot afford a nutritious meal for them and their family every day. Cost of living is particularly hard on the pensioners who are on fixed wages. Then they come in the last 6 months celebrating every week, making some big speech about crime and murders being down. And we're happy for that. And we credit the police for the work that they're doing. However, the fact is, 6 months out of 10 years cannot be deemed a success. More Jamaicans have been murdered in the 2 terms of Andrew Holness's prime ministership than in any other 2 terms under any other prime minister in the history of Jamaica. That is a disgrace. That is not a success. This campaign is about the next generation. This is about your children and grandchildren. This is about rescuing our very democracy and guaranteeing the human rights of Jamaicans.